Hi everyone, this is a brief instructional video on how to do the generational interview project. I'm located in the classroom here under Fahrenheit 451. Go ahead and pull it over. Right, so the purpose of this project is for you, through the process of speaking with an elder, is to learn that getting caught in a world of nothingness eventually leads to a life full of nothing and with feelings of emptiness. Granger's advice, though it came too late for many, was to leave something behind. In this task, you will respond to a set of questions on your own, then interview a person in your life at least 4 decades older than you, who has made an impact on you. When you are finished, you're going to type a report that summarizes and reflects on the answers you collected below. All right, so you have the option to do the generational interview project, or you have the option to do the Fahrenheit 451 menu project. So for this project, there are some requirements, and there are things that I'm not going to let you slide on. So the very first thing is that whoever you decide to interview, they have to be 4 decades older than you. So 4 decades is 40 years. So most of you are between the ages of 14 and 16. So that means you're looking at interviewing someone between the ages of about 55 to 60 years old or older, right? So, and I'm not going to stress this enough. If you email me and you're like, Mrs. Six, I don't have anybody that age that I can interview, then you need to do the other project. So that's going to kind of be the solution to that. It's not, I'm going to interview my mom or my dad or my cousin or my boyfriend or my girlfriend. You will be doing the other project. So that's your choice. So you have grandmas, grandpas, great aunts, great uncles. You have neighbors. You have maybe someone from church. You could know someone that has been, just a friend of your family for a very long time, right? So 40 years older than you, that's the requirement. The other requirement is because this is technically a research project, you need lots of information. So you are going to have 2 parts, actually 3 parts to this. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to pick someone to interview, right? So once you've picked someone to interview, you're going to answer these 4 questions about that person here on the left column, because it is worth quite a bit of points. It's not 1 to 2 sentences. It's more like 1 to 2 paragraphs that you're going to be writing for each of these questions. All right. So when you're filling this information out, make sure that you're responding in depth and you're really reflecting on exactly what it is that the question is asking. All right. So once you do that, then you're going to interview the person that you've chosen. So let's say you pick your grandmother or your grandfather, right? You're going to ask these questions of them. You also need a lot of information from them as well. So you may need to ask them follow-up questions. You may need to kind of push to carry on a little bit more information. Whatever you need to do on your end, you need to do that to make sure that you get them talking and that you really aren't asking yes or no questions and those questions that are going to cut off their answer. So you really want to ask those open-ended questions that are really going to get them thinking, and you're going to get a lot of information to help you write your reflection, right? So once you have written your response, you've written their response, then you are going to write a reflection. So the minimum requirement for this reflection, minimum 1 page, double-spaced, 12-point font, Times New Roman, Arial, something easy to read, right? Minimum 1 page, right? So you're going to write a 1-page reflection. The other part of this is because technically I'm having you meet a research requirement. So you're doing research from whoever you're interviewing. So with that, you need in-text citations, and you also need a works cited page. Those are 2 mandatory things that you have to have in this project. So as you're doing the works cited or the in-text citations, very simply, you're going to go to MLA or you're going to Google MLA. How do I use MLA citations or in-text citations for an interview? how do I write an interview works cited entry? Super easy. So you only need one works cited entry, whoever you're interviewing, and as you're writing your reflection, you're going to use whatever they've told you over here at least twice. You may use it more. You may use more than two, but you're going to use at least two things that they have told you, and you're going to put that in your reflection. Okay? This is the only time that you are going to get to use first person. So if you want to use first person, second person, third person, you're open to use whatever person you want to write in. So it's completely up to you. And I'm being very lenient on that. So with that, it's pretty simple. So again, person has to be at least 40 years older than you. So we're looking at someone 55 or above, 55 to 60 or above. These boxes have to be filled with paragraphs, not with sentences, right? Where we're lots of information. Same here, you want to get as much information as you can from whoever you're interviewing. One full page, double space, 12-point font, right? 2 in-text citations, 1 works cited page. So those are your requirements. So if you have any questions, I will cover this briefly in a Class Connect, but you should be good to go.